We are remembered, remembering that we are divine presence, limitless potentials, manifested as human beings of planet Earth, the illusion of finite or dimensionality, having a beautiful divine human dream. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am a channel for the divine. I'm actually the biblically prophesied Messiah, the Jewish culture widely awaited Mashiach, the Hindu culture prophesied Kalki, full circle moment, alert, alert. So are you, why Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We're all limitless potentials, infinite dimensions, having a human experience in order to explore, be, embody, expand, grow, and evolve. The oneness of all things, most commonly termed God, Allah, Shekinah, Hashem, the Most High, Prime Source, Brahman, within our realm of reality, realm of creation, dimensionality of dimensionality, infinite dimensionality. Y'all, we're on the Facebook community lives. There are many more Facebook community lives. If you found this beyond the 30 days in which the other Facebook community lives are available, no need to worry, no need to fret, okay? Because we get a lot of great downloads. A lot of great downloads. You can find the Facebook Lives, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I heal myself, my inner space, and channel my healing energies, messages, wisdoms into my music, all types of genres. I rap, I sing, I write, I mix, master, produce my music. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. There's a few Ashley-Nicole Musics, but you'll see my face. You'll be like, that's Ashley-Nicole Music. That sent me to YouTube to find Ashley-Nicole Music. That's her. Yes, that's me. Subscribe to the channel to join the Ashley-Nicole Music journey to a healed, balanced, conscious, awakened, high vibrational human culture of planet Earth that remembers that our divine mandate, our divine purpose and reality is to treat reality as an experience to grow and evolve. We were created to grow and evolve, be inquisitive about our existence, ask about our existence or ourselves, to get the conscious awareness from our souls of the oneness of all things through prayer and meditation. However your unique lingo with the divine is. The divine tells me that there's infinite ways to perceive reality. And there are an infinite number of energies in reality to perceive. However your lingo with the universe is, when you ask yourself, hey soul, what is it that in which I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Head over to Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube to watch all the really dope lives. We get some divine revelations that sometimes I don't think I'm ready for. But whenever you receive something, manifest something, it's because you're ready for it. You embody the energies to co-create whatever you receive or manifest. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm not ready for the divine revelations, but I am. We are, right? Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Subscribe to join the Ashley-Nicole Music journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. Go to the playlist section. You'll see all of my albums, plus a playlist with the saved Facebook community lives. You can also find my spiritual work, my soul's offering to the planet, to this time as we're awakening the masses, to the divine remembrance. That we're all limitless potentials, F-U-L-L from the inside, F-O-O-L, meaning we don't know everything. But we know where to go to know and learn whatever we need to learn and grow into or understand. Our inner space, our souls, our hearts, prayer, meditation. Which brings me to the Facebook community live call to action. Sit with yourself for at least 2 hours a day. Every day ask yourself, hey soul, what is it that I need to know to come into greater conscious awareness of my limitless potentials? Wait for the answers because they will come. Again, your lingo with the universe is probably unique to you. Nonetheless, validate yourself in your knowings, whether it's a psychic ability that's readily known in our community. When I say readily known in our culture, our community, meaning you could search this psychic ability. Oh, I'm having visions. So it's clairvoyance. Oh, I'm hearing revelations or the voices from my inner space giving me divine wisdoms. Oh, that's clairaudience. Oh, I'm feeling energies that I can translate through my beingness, through my DNA, through my cells. I can translate it into understandings of which I can perceive in my mind. Oh, that I'm clairsentience. Even if your lingo with the universe isn't something that's readily known in our culture, our community, validate yourself in your knowings. If it's something more like synesthesia, where it's just many faculties being utilized and you're not sure exactly what's going on, but you understand it. You got the message. You got the wisdoms. You received the wellness. Validate yourself in your knowings so you're more comfortable to evolve into greater conscious awareness of your limitless potentials, higher vibrational frequential embodiments to be wellness, evolve into more dimensions of your wellness, and co-create a reality, life, human culture, planet Earth that reflects the wellness in which we are. And that's actually our human dharmic purpose. The divine's like, just, it's biblically prophesied. You know, y'all are created to remember that you're limitless. You're having an experience which looks like you have limitations and infinity because of the dimensionality, the way you perceive your reality and dimensionality. But it's truly you're limitless. And we know this through our sciences, quantum mechanics. Everything is energy. Energy has no beginning and no end, truly, in a way that every microcosm has a macrocosm. Every microcosm has a macrocosm principle of correspondence, and as well as below, so above. Whatever is in your internal space is manifested in your external environment. So the energy that you are manifests, co-creates your reality, co-creates existence. And we co-create each other's existences. As our energies reverberate and refract off of each other, we're within our realm, off of each other. It's a symbiotic relationship of evolution and growth is what we are. Divine says you're created to come into greater conscious awareness of your limitless nature, divine wisdom's embodiment, as well as remembrance, conscious remembrance, as well as embodiment of the energies, to grow and evolve your humanity, planet Earth, human culture, as well as all of galactic creation, divine creation, which is limitless, no beginning, no end. God's mansion with many rooms, many dimensions, many rooms and many dimensions. We're created to come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of our limitless potentials, our high frequency energies, to co-create a reality that reflects our wellness and balance. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, which is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. I channel transcendentally in other ways as well. I channel other ways as well. Ancestral forces, some by name, some we know, some we don't know. We're getting acclimated to. They're lending their energies, their wisdoms, their experience, their knowledge, their healing frequencies to assist us as we awaken in the masses to divine remembrance, which awakening to the divine remembrance is a journey of existence or evolution. Evolution is a journey and not a race. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube as well as Spotify. Again, my music, Ashley-Nicole Music, is available to stream for free on YouTube at this time. I have a lot of other content over there as well. I have a live series called Out of the Box. My soul's like, Ashley, do you want to act? I said yes. My soul said, follow your inner space. We're going to make it do what it do. And we made it do what it did. First season of the first season of Out of the Box is available to stream Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. You go to the playlist section, you'll see Out of the Box. Again, I hope y'all enjoy my music, and I hope you enjoy the offering, all of my offerings, whatever resonates to your heart space, beautiful, great. I hope it's intended to assist you on your journey, your path into more wellness and balance, universal alignment, conscious awareness of your divine presence, as universally assigned, universally aligned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. All things. Again, Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube. I also have another healing channel. It's called Oneness, Connection, Energetic Upliftment. We do powwow sessions over there, y'all. Okay? Whenever I'm in the spirit, which is like often, readily, like I'm a walking meditation, a walking prayer. I'll be in my inner space. In my soul, I'm healing things in my spirit, my energy, my biology, my DNA, my oneness of all things, to assist with healing human culture, because we're quantumly connected. What do we just channel? Our energies reverberate and refract off of each other, off of our existence, off of our reality, through our energetic embodiments, our frequential patternings, shape and grow and evolve each other as one, truly one human culture with seemingly varying differences, frequential patternings. Oneness, connection, energetic upliftment. We do powwow sessions. Whenever I'm in my inner space with the universal forces, my soul, many dimensions, many ancestral forces, like, hey, Ashley, do you see this pattern? You remember you've been doing this for years? That's what this is. Drop it to your heart space. Let's heal it up. That's what I call a powwow session. Oneness, connection, energetic upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube. We do powwow sessions. Whatever the ancestral forces, galactic forces, and beyond are like, hey, look at this in human culture. Let's talk about it. Talk about it in oneness, connection, energetic upliftment. Let's channel some beautiful healing wisdoms and frequencies. That's what we do. Oneness, Connection, Energetic Upliftment is available to stream for free on YouTube. Subscribe to join the Oneness, Connection, Energetic Upliftment journey to a healed and balanced human culture, planet Earth. Y'all, tonight we're going to cook. Facebook community lives, we cook my dinner. My dinner is prepared during the live. And we have some really, 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 really cool divine revelations. So we're gonna get some divine wisdoms. Y'all saw the title. Y'all like, Ashley, when you gonna get to the cabal? We saw that the cabal revealed. What's that about? I did an installment. I did an installment within Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. It's called we're on Facebook Community Live. What do we say? Facebook Community Live is the way I'm going to maybe navigate y'all to find the different installments. You just go to Spotify. That's the easiest way to do it. Go to Spotify, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. You're able to stream it for free. You don't need a subscription to Spotify. You don't need a subscription, premium subscription, any subscription to stream my music on Spotify. Just download the app, log in, search Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. My whole catalog will pull up for free to stream for free. Click on the catalog at the top in the search bar. Within the catalog, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Within the catalog, type Galactic Federation, Rabbi Yeshua. That's the best way I can navigate y'all to this installment, because I don't know the whole installment name to send you to YouTube. I don't feel confident to do that, because you be like, you type it in the YouTube search bar like Ashley didn't. Y'all podcast did not come up. I know. Just go to Spotify. Just go to the actual catalog, because I don't know the whole name to see. I don't feel confident to see the YouTube like that. You just go to the catalog, it'll pull up. So you're like, Ashley, the Cabal review. What is that about? Okay. Yes, please. They want to share. The Cabal is actually ancestral lineage, our ancestral lineage of galactic and beyond forces, being tutors and caretakers of our evolution. Simply put, everything we experience in which we felt maybe dominated or restricted, limited, it was a part of the makings of us. The divine says, which brings me to the Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, 2033 prophecy. By the year 2033, we will be in the conscious awareness, conscious awakening in the masses to understand that we are a human culture, planet Earth, with no death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. The divine says all this time you are in a dense dog of energies that fed you. These energies were encoded with limiting beliefs that made you feel in lack, that created embodiments of yourself in which made you feel in lack. You were amnesiac. We were amnesiatic. So the remembrance that we're one with divine presence, we're one with limitless potentials. In this dense thong of energies, the divine causes our gestational phase. And reality is truly about growing and evolving into new gestational phases, or learning and evolving from what we experience, how we show up at any moment, to grow and evolve into new dimensions of ourselves. To do what? To learn and grow from our new dimensions of ourselves. To do what? To grow and evolve into new dimensions of ourselves. To do what? To learn and grow into, to learn and evolve from the new dimensions of ourselves. To do what? To grow and evolve into new dimensions of ourselves. To do what? To learn and grow from the new dimensions of ourselves. Reality existence is a journey of evolution, or a climb. A climbing which is truly not a climb, because we just have to, we were in the dense thong of energies, we didn't have the remembrance. Oh, I am everything. I'm embodied as a human being of planet Earth, having this really dope-ass experience, cool experience, where I'm this bipedal being within galactic creation on a planet, which is truly a realm of energies, infinite energies, dimensions. And our synaptical understanding of our reality is what a part of that evolution about embodying different dimensions to learn and grow from ourselves, to grow and evolve into new dimensions. Our perspective of our reality, and our reality being a planet, is a part of this evolution. The Cabal was really our ancestral galactic lineage and beyond, priming us to remember, into this understanding that we're infinite, limitless, to be in our form with the illusion of finite, but truly being limitless potentials. How? How are we going to be limitless potentials, Ashley? Go into your inner space. Hey, soul, what do I need to come into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of my limitless potentials? On a soul level, before we incarnated, we remembered. I'm incarnated to planet Earth. There's like an 80% chance I'll do this, and this. There's a 20. I'm really my highest timeline, which we rise into the highest timeline. Brass tacks. All humanity rise into our highest timeline, are becoming limitless potentials, knowing that there is no. There only is dedication to the journey of evolution. On a soul level, we have a divine blueprint that's seated in our DNA, what we intended to create and be on our most abundant level when we turned on, but when we turned on and remembered that we were limitless potentials having this human experience. We all have these big dreams. And before, when we were in the dense energies in our lives and our dreams didn't manifest, it was our soul preparing us and saving us, reserving us to live the big dream. To remember, oh, I came here to help with the no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace. Interplanetary existence, colonizing on different planets, cellular rejuvenation. So I don't have to worry about death or disease. I just follow my inner space and my guidance to be in my highest joy so that my cells regenerate. So that I get thought patterns of wellness and balance. To be more creativity, more flow, more joy in my existence. The Cabal revealed. The Cabal is us. Our mirrors or other dimensions of ourselves or our ancestral lineage in which we're one in, we're one with. Multidimensional beings and energetic universal forces in which we're one with. Because what we're omnipotent presence. Having this dream or this experience of being a finite or a divine being. Our human being of planet Earth. And what happens as being a human being of planet Earth, we're not separate from the other dimensions of creation. Why? Because we're limitless. Why else? Because our energies reflect and refract and co-create evolution with other universal forces, other galactic forces, other divine beings, other colonies and creations of galactic creation. We have 0 degrees of separation in every way that we show up from the other dimensions of creation. The Cabal, our ancestral galactic lineage and beyond. Multidimensional beings, universal forces, etheric forces. We have 0 degrees of separation. We are one in divine presence. Etheric presence, limitless potentials. The ancestral forces, they were like, we would call them the Cabal, the ancestral, galactic, ancient ancestral forces. They were like, that's it. That's what we wanted to say. Okay, cool. That's what we wanted you to say. Deliver. Okay, cool. Cool. Great. So we're going to go ahead and start cooking dinner. We're going to talk about Atlas. 3-eye Atlas 3-eye. So y'all, I talked about the Pleiadians last live, right? The Nordic race. And there's other beings, there's insectoid beings that are Pleiadians. They're from the Pleiades constellation in our solar system. You can actually see on certain parts of the planets, you can see the Pleiades from Earth in the sky without a telescope. I'm not sure where. Many parts of our planet, you can see Pleiades without a telescope in the sky. You know. Okay. Oh, shoot. My water's boiling. Almost boiled out. We're not going to have a rice debacle, y'all. We're cooking rice again. We're not going to have a rice debacle. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not having a rice debacle. Let me get my rice on here, y'all. We're not going to do it. So I talked about the Pleiadians. They have insectoid races. They have Nordic races. Nordic being fair eyed, blue eyes, fair skin, blonde hair, big stature. They have a bigger structure than us, larger stature than us. They're taller and we would call it bigger bones. They have a larger stature than us, right? Cool. I just got a divine revelation. Cause okay, I've been channeling the Pleiades for a while, a long time. Of all time, a long time. There's many ways to incarnate into the human being of planet Earth experience, right? Give me one second, y'all. There's many ways to incarnate into the human being of planet Earth experience. And I'm going to share this. I'm going to save this. I want to save this for the podcast, Kingdom Things podcast, because it's really sacred and really intimate, and it's going to be premiered in the podcast in a few months. So I'll save it for the podcast, Kingdom Things podcast. Subscribe to Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube. Follow Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on Spotify. It'll be these installments will be coming out in a few months. Where my soul revealed to me dimensions of my incarnation, how I incarnated as a human being on planet Earth. There's many dimensions of how to do it, infinite ways to do it. And the way we perceive it, like gestation in the womb, is a part of an optical experience, and not just like a stark truth, right? So I'm gonna say that for the podcast. Y'all subscribe to Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube. Follow on Spotify to be notified when the installment is released. It's really intimate. My soul was like, "Are you gonna share it here?" I'm like, "Cause dude, the soul trying to see if I would do it." And they're like, nah, don't do it. Because because when I actually recorded the podcast, I recorded it, it's scheduled to be released. I was really nervous and scared. So it's extremely sacred. So I'll just take it to the podcast. Baby, if you want to see it, you'll go to the podcast. If you want to experience it, you'll wait for the podcast to come out. The podcast installment. So Atlas, 3i Atlas. Let me rinse my rice. I'm gonna be gonna talk about it. Give me a second. I would say that I'm not an expert on Atlas 3i or 3i Atlas. I'm not an expert on Atlas 3i. Meaning, there's a bunch of articles that have been written by scientists and researchers that I've yet to read yet. I've yet to read, but I divinate in the spirit, and I get insights through the spirit of what Atlas. I've gotten insights to the spirit of what Atlas 3i is, who Atlas 3i is, who and what Atlas 3i is. I've gotten insights in the spirit. Who and what Atlas 3i is. Part of me feels weird about saying what Atlas 3i is, because I'm gonna share it. Okay, let me share it right now. So Atlas 3i is being written up as an anomaly in the sky, a projectile headed towards Earth, on a baby, it's on a path, like it's the trajectory is so calculated in a way that it's like, okay, this has to be intelligent life form. Whatever this thing is, it's being guided, operated by intelligent life form, because it's obvious it's on a formulaic trajectory towards planet Earth, to planet Earth. And I've gotten in divine revelations in the spirit about this. I'm working on a book. I'm channeling a book for the divine. The universal forces, God, the soul is like, hey, Ashley, can you channel this into humanity? What it is I am a conscious channeler. We all channel. Our existences are channels. We're energy reflecting, refracting to create how we manifest in any moment. I'm a conscious channeler where I act as a bridge from many dimensions of God's creation to planet Earth to channel in information, wisdoms, healing frequencies for us to use as resources for our growth and evolution. So I'm channeling a book for the divine. I'm actually about to go into a 30-day Eat, Love, Pray starting September 1st. Because I was telling y'all about my 30-day Eat, Love, Praise last live. If I'm not on a 30-day Eat, Love, Pray, I do at least 2 transmissions every week. Or whether I do one Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment, at least one Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment transmission, video, which is one energetic upliftment video transmission to be posted to the channel, and one Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission video to be posted to the podcast, YouTube and Spotify. I'm about to go into a 30-day Eat, Love, Pray where I don't do any I'm not going to record any new video transmissions. So the whole time I'm gonna be working with 80% of the time I'll be working on the book, channeling the book. It's called Letters. That's not the whole title. I'm just going to say Letters. It's called Letters, right? And what it is correspondence from many dimensions of God's creation. So it's ancestral forces, universal forces sharing wisdoms, energetic coding frequencies through the words, through the incantations, to sisters as we awaken, to be another resource as we awaken. It's basically saying welcome home. Welcome home being remembrance of our divine presence, divine potentials, whatever remembrance is to you. Whatever your divine remembrance is to you, we all have unique, authentic frequencies. And Rabbi Yeshua, most commonly known as Jesus Christ, he told me, hey, Ashley, you should strive to be authentic, not different. We're all authentic frequencies of the same one energy. We're not differing, but we're authentic to who we are. We're authentic, however you perceive it. But my soul's like, hey, Ashley, however you perceive anything at any moment is a part of your soul's evolution. So we're all authentic frequencies within the energy that is divine presence with infinite potentials. Infinite potentials is channeling wisdoms and energies into the book that I'm working on, Letters to Share with Humanity, as we awaken to our divine remembrance. Nigga, remembrance is whatever it is to you, to your unique soul path, soul journey. Whatever it means to you, that's what remembrance is. We remember different things. We remember just different experiences we have as a soul. Whether you just remember like being on a specific planet, or being a specific being, or being in a specific lineage of evolution, whatever it means to, or just being in a specific storyline, whatever it means to you at any moment is a part of the makings of your evolution. Divine was like, so I'm channeling the book Letters, right? To assist us as we awaken in the masses into divine remembrance of our limitless potentials. The divine says, humanity, you were created to remember that you're one with all things, and to grow and learn from all things into greater wisdoms, conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of the frequency that is one with all things, or unconditional love. Unconditional love. Give me one second. So Atlas 3i Atlas, channeling the book, and within the book, a part of the book that I've already channeled, I've read it within my music platform, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, and I've read it within Kingdom Things podcast as well. What I had so far, including this part, in the book I channeled that beings from near and far are coming to planet Earth to say, hey, welcome us home, and to learn and grow, and to seed wisdoms for us to learn and grow from their evolution, right? Atlas 3i is a mothership of intergalactic galactic beings, omnipotent presence beings from Pleiades, the Pleiadians. Our governments are being notified. They know, and they're being notified. Our governments all over the world, they know, and they're being notified that, hey, this is, they know. They know. And they're, all of the governments around the world are operating in unison, to divulge, declassify, classify documents of our governments all around the world, their awareness of our multidimensional existence and our connection and oneness with multidimensional beings. These multidimensional beings will visit every continent on the planet. Pleiadians, these beings that are within Atlas 3i, the mothership that is Atlas 3i Atlas, they're going to visit every continent on the planet, because there is intelligent life form on every continent of the planet, including in Antarctica. Multidimensional beings on every continent on the planet. And they're going to visit countries and different government officials to make their presence known, to share their presence. How you know this? Actually, they shared with me earlier. I was in prayer, meditation, and they told me to go look it up, and I went to go look it up. I'm a shaman mama. I use my psychic, I didn't say that earlier. I use my psychic abilities. We call it shamanism. You can look up shamanism. It's being able to tap in, connect to frequentially, through frequency, with different dimensions of reality, to connect with different consciousnesses, different dimensions of consciousness, or reality, or beings of reality. Using extrasensory perception, soul gifts, psychic abilities, mediumship. They were like, actually, go look at the thing. Go look at the thing. They're like, go look at Atlas 3i. And I went to go look, and they're like, that's us, Ashley. I said, oh. I was like, really? They're like, yes. And I had questions. They could tell I had questions. They were like, ask your questions. I said, we know you have questions. I answered. I asked. They answered my questions that I had. The few questions that I had, they answered them. So, like I was saying earlier, there's many ways to incarnate into the human being of planet Earth experience. Our souls have infinite experiences. And if we're talking about lineage, my soul's last experience, in which I helped shift the culture of the beings, was within the Pleiades, the Alcyon. which I believe is a star in the Pleiades, Alcyon, is where my soul came from last. So I had experience, heavy, beautiful experience in the Pleiades. So the Pleiadians have been helping me a lot from the get-go, because it's a part of my soul's awareness. So I get a lot of teachings from the beings, energies, dimensions of my soul, universal forces that are connected to Pleiadians, the Pleiades of our solar system, of our star system, solar system, of our galaxy. It's our galaxy. It's not our solar system. It's the galaxy of our galaxy. Pleiades of our galaxy. So they were like, "That's us." I said, "Oh." I said, "Oh." I was like, "Oh, I got questions." They're like, "We're coming," and I understood it. I had an extrasensory perception experience. I'm showing you. I'm gonna let y'all know the lineage of these full circle moments that I had with my multidimensionality and being able to perceive the different dimensions of God's creation and of creation. Period. Had a multidimensional experience where I could perceive being inside of the cockpit of we would call it a spaceship or a galactic ship. Spaceship. I just became I was just sitting on the couch. It was actually before a family shindig, a family kickback, family party at the house. Baby, we gonna eat, have a good time. Somebody's birthday, I think. We gonna eat, have a good time. I was just waiting for everybody to show up. I'm sitting here on the couch, and then next thing you know, I could perceive extrasensory perception, my channeling, my channeling abilities. I could perceive like the cockpit of a ship, like in my mind's eye. I was like, whoa! And I could perceive the consciousness of the being navigating the ship, and they're like, "We're coming." I said, "Cool." Cool. And I remember what I channeled in the book about the galactic forces, galactic beings coming to planet Earth to, welcome humanity into conscious galactic citizenship, being consciously aware of our galactic citizenship, being conscious galactic beings. I was like, cool. I was like, whoa. And this like maybe even a year ago, 6, 8, maybe months, maybe in a year ago, just about a year, less than a year, less than a year. I was like, whoa, right? So they reminded me of that. They're like, that was this. I was like, whoa, cool. And they're like, Ashley, answer your questions. We know you got questions. I said, okay. I said, what y'all gonna wear? What y'all gonna wear? I wasn't trying to be superficial. I wanted to perceive their culture, because I've been asking for a long time. I want to understand their culture, right? And the clothes that we put on our body, that's a big part of our culture. You see around the planet, there's all types of garbs and things depending on different cultures. I wanted to perceive their culture. I was like, what y'all gonna wear? I was like, what y'all gonna be wearing? Because I was really trying to look into the future, trying to see where they were at, what they were doing, all the things, like when they like visiting the different countries. Because I can do this. I can peer into the future and stuff, and see visions of the future. I was really trying to look into the future and see them like visiting with the different government officials and stuff and what they were wearing. And I perceived them wearing like business casual, like a blue. It was almost business professional. It was like I saw them in suits and things. And they're like, no, actually, we're not wearing that. I said, okay, what y'all wearing? They were like, and they showed me like we would perceive it as cotton garbs, kind of like a hijab, but not as long. Like the hijabs are long. I'm saying like cotton streamlined cotton wear, with the tops like cut right here, not as long as what a hijab would be. If you don't know what a hijab is, you can just Google it and it'll come right up. It's just streamlined cotton wear, just streamlined. Not too much bells and whistles, but it's nice, it's beautiful, it's fresh, all the things, comfortable, but still professional. And I was like, but is that like y'all's business casual? They're like, yeah, you can think of it like that, like our business casual. I said, okay. And then they were like, so let me know, okay, that's y'all's business casual. So y'all have more formal wear. Okay, that's really cool. Like y'all wear other stuff. I was like, that's cool. And then they were like, this is what we customarily wear. Like when we go to visit other colonies or civilizations that are just awakening, we do this. They're like, we do this infinite times. We do this all the time. When we go to visit other colonies, beings of galactic creation that are just awakening, remembering into their divine presence, limitless presence, conscious galactic being awareness. This is what we wear. It's typically what we wear. We wear things like this, kind of simple. Not too much. I said, okay, I like it. I love it. They're like, you have any other questions? What else did I ask them? Oh, they told me who was coming. They didn't. I just got a divine revelation when I went to go get the rice from the pantry. I need to get my lid. 1 second. We're so close to having a rice debacle. Let me get my lid. Give me 1 second, y'all. They were telling me who was coming, right? Now I've been working with them because to help me, baby, me, and helping me is helping all of humanity. You have one human, you're helping all of humanity. So help human culture, help us open our minds to different dimensions of ourselves. Because what's really going on is a reprogramming of our cellular anatomy, or evolving into a new dimension. What we said earlier, evolving into a stage of evolution. We're evolving into a new stage of evolution, where we're evolving into new conscious awareness, being conscious, limitless potentials, conscious galactic beings. They're like, we're helping you because it was actually a part of the Cabal regime or your ancestral forces to feed you energies that whenever you started picking up on, because we're frequency. Whenever you started picking up on frequencies of other galactic wisdoms or galactic forces, galactic beings that were maybe more advanced than where we wanted y'all to be in any moment for your evolution, you would be fed back thought patterns that said you were crazy. And they're like, we did that intentionally. We are sorry, for gaslighting you. But that was an intentional operation of frequency, mind control. So to keep y'all in alignment with where y'all needed to be as a whole collective. So those things have been lifted so that we can pick up frequencies and thought patterns, frequencies, energies, which are thought patterns, amongst many things, pick up these frequencies, energies, and thought patterns of higher wisdom understanding of our existential nature without being fed back loops that were crazy. So we can just unfold, blossom into our divine remembrance, divine potentials, conscious galactic membership, conscious limitless potentials, conscious multidimensionality, conscious divine presence. I was like, yeah. I've been working on this for like 3 years consciously. We all been working on this infinitely. But consciously, I've been like working on this for a few years. And the things are recorded in the podcast. Wisdoms are recorded in the podcast. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify, as well as Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment on YouTube. We talk about these things there as well, here as well. So I wanted to understand their culture. So I was like, what y'all wearing? What y'all gonna be wearing? What y'all gonna pull up in? These cotton uniform, like cotton type situation, look like a hijab, but the tops are not as long. I was like, cool, different colors and patterns and things. I said, cool. I said, I like it. They're like, yes, this is what this is customary whenever we visit new planets and realms and beings and civilizations that are awakening. And we're going there to, seed wellness, remembrance. We're also bringing in technology for healing, medicine, all the things. I was like, because why y'all in that big old ship? I said, why y'all big in that big old ship, Skip? I said, Skip, why y'all in that big old ship? I was like, why y'all in that big old ship? Yeah, but y'all rolling up, y'all rolling deep. They're like, yeah, actually, we're bringing a lot of people. We're bringing a lot of resources. That's why we're bringing a lot of resources. They're bringing medicines to share with our governments and the people, all the things, our culture. They're bringing all types of stuff. So like, yeah, we're bringing, yeah, we got a big shit. We're kind of big. Because I was like, I know y'all can y'all did not have to do all slow and stuff, moving slow through the ethers and things. The ether galaxy. We just watching y'all moving out for months. Been watching y'all move slow. We know. I know y'all can dip through it in and out of wormholes and be here in 3 minutes. I was like, why y'all doing? It's a parade. This is a parade. This is a grand occasion. This is a grand occasion. We moving slow. It's a grand occasion. Bigger picture, the way we perceive it as in moving slow is a part of our perception of reality. They're truly dipping in and out of wormholes and all the things. And their experience of getting here is different than our experience of perceiving them getting here. I was like, whoa. I was like, y'all moving slow. We've been watching y'all for months. I was like, I know y'all can dip in and out of wormholes and get here in 3 seconds. They're like, yeah, actually, the way y'all perceive it is not how we actually get there. I said, okay. But they're like, we are coming in this mothership, all the things, bringing all types of resources. I said, cool, for our wellness, uplift our culture into a greater wellness, regenerating cellular structures, cellular beingness, molecules, all the things. I said, let's go. I said, cool. I'm actually channeling now. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. So I was like, it started raining. I love when it rains. I was like, wow. I was like, y'all pulling up in that ship skip. They were like, yeah, we're bringing a lot of resources. I was like, okay, cool. Now they didn't tell me this earlier when we had this conversation earlier. I just went to go when I went to pick up the rice from the pantry. They gave me a divine revelation. They didn't tell me this earlier. It's not going to only be the Nordic race. The Nordic race, they look like us. They look like humanoids. They just have bigger statures, light, fair eyes, blue eyes, fair skin, blonde hair. They're like, we're bringing insectoid beings as well, and other species. They didn't tell me all this, but I love it. I love it. Ooh, I got nervous. It's really cool. It's nervous. The spirit, they're asking me like, why are you nervous? It's just. I think it's probably customary. We're coming out of a gestational phase where we know this through our sciences. We perceive reality as we are, not as it is. We're so used to living through the repetitive thought patterns that reinforce who we believe we are, what we think reality is, who we think we're going to become, all the things. We're so used to living like this. And now we have this divine intervention, divine rapid evolution of our consciousness, of our awareness, of our evolution into a new stage of existence. No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking is what it means for our human culture. And the divine wants to see what else do we create. I channel high civilization, high consciousness awareness, human being culture. We would know this as a Kardashian scale. You can look into this, further look into this through the Kardashev scale model. The astronomer Kardashev channeled the Kardashev scale. The Kardashev scale outlines the evolution of a galactic civilization. Based off of the amount of its own energy, the galactic civilization is able to use towards its growth and evolution. The divine says, what does this mean for our human culture? Like, okay, these aliens are coming, these interdimensional beings are coming, which are truly one with us. What does this mean for our culture? No death, no disease, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. This is the second coming of Christ. Awakening to the remembrance that we're one with all things. To be able to co-create with all things. Co-create consciously with all things. Different dimensional beings, galactic citizenship, consciously. Because we remember we're one with all things, so we're not warring with ourselves or warring with other beings, other dimensions of reality. If we war with other beings, other dimensions of reality, since we are things, we're warring with ourselves. We've evolved and elevated. And this is not anything that's out of the blue. This has been in the works for trillions, for eons, for one. And the beings, this is what they do. Like the Galactic Federation of Light is overseeing the whole operation of being introduced, our humanity of planet Earth being introduced to multidimensional beings. We've always been a part of a multidimensional planet. We've always been multidimensional beings. And again, the Cabal, we were getting fed the thought patterns of limitation. We were in the energies, gestational phase of, we were the energies of limitation because of our dense frequency. We were vibrating so low. And whenever we would grow and evolve to where we would perceive energies and frequencies beyond the density, the lack, we would have a feedback loop. It's crazy, you're crazy, you're schizophrenia, you're crazy. They're like, we're sorry about that. That was intentional. That was a part of your divine evolution. That's being lifted, been lifted. Everything is diffusing, meaning it takes time in our reality, in our space, or story, or reality, or life to play out. So what does this mean for our human culture? No death, no disease, no war, no famine, no peace, no poverty, no pedophilia, no sex trafficking, no human trafficking. Other seers, other psychics, other mediums have channeled these prophecies. I'm not the only one. Sharing what has been channeled through myself and how I've been guided to present it to the world as an offering. Again, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole is available to stream for free on YouTube and Spotify. They were playing so like we're being insectoids. Why does that because we're so used to just perceiving reality and living a reality in a self that reinforces what we thought we were. Now we're opening into more conscious awareness, more divine wisdoms of our limitless potentials, of our galactic ancestry heritage, of our multidimensionality, of our infinite soul lineage, and all of these. And this is a part of the manifestation. Our reality is a manifestation of our energy. Our energy, our DNA, our molecule, our genome is vibrating at a higher frequency. So we're naturally creating this through our existence, our higher vibrational existence. We're manifesting the open contact, disclosure with multidimensional beings, which we've always been co-creating with. Our governments have for eons, a long time. Now it's being disclosed to the masses because we've created it through our existence. We're vibrating at higher frequency because it's divinely aligned. Also, the Oneness of all things says, whenever creation needs something to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces it. We're awakening, and this is taking place because it's something that all of God's creation needs, is a heightened, aware human being of planet Earth. Whatever your name is of planet Earth. Me, Ashley of planet Earth, need divine creation, the multiverse, oneness of all things, and the universe, the galaxies need us to be awakened and well and embodying more of our soul's energy, living life reality to come into greater conscious awareness of our limits, potentials, of our soul's infinite potentials, greater embodiment of our soul's infinite potentials consciously, to be a frequency of medicine, to uplift and add solution to all of creation, all of human culture, all the planet, all the solar system, all the galaxy, all the universe, all the universes, all of divine creation. And so it is, and so it's happening. So like that's us actually. I said, whoa, there's gonna be insectoid beings, many other races, included Nordic Pleiadians. I said, oh cool. And I was like, dang. I was like, a lot of people are not gonna believe it. And they're like, yeah, we understand. It's typical. They're like, it's typical. We're gonna walk into conference rooms of your governments. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's AI. Oh, we understand it. And it's okay. But a lot of people they're gonna know in their spirit, their DNA, their soul, their energy, all that shit, that's real. And they start getting flashbacks of experiences and divine wisdoms and all the things. They're like, it's typical. And the divine told me a while ago, because I've been awakening. God's like, I need you. Actually, I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening in 2018. The divine set me down in like 2019, 2020, 2021. 2021 told me, hey, Ashley, I need you to become everything I created you to be. I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening through the twin flame journey, or meeting my divine counterpart, being brought into conscious awareness with my divine counterpart. We are one soul and two bodies, incarnated in two bodies at one time in the same reality, in order to be a healing and uplifting force in this reality, to manifest wellness in this reality. So I was catalyzed onto my spiritual awakening in 2021 through the twin flame divine counterpart journey. And it's what I've been working on this for a while. God's like, you have to become everything I created you to be, Ashley, because your authentic frequency, who I created you to be in me, forget, everything that you thought you were going to be. Is it okay if you're more? Forget, just enter yourself who you think I created you to be, who you think you are, because you're going to be more than this, than what you could have ever mentally conceived. I said, okay. So I've been working and channeling all the healing energies and Oneness Connection, as well as Kingdom Things Podcast, all the Wisdoms and Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, as well as Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. And one of the divine revelations I got during this whole, since like 2021, during the whole healing experiences is like, hey, we are multidimensional. And everybody's only playing their part in everywhere that we show up. Any given moment, any given season, any given reason that I am who I am to uplift who I am, any given moment, any given season, any given reason that I am. God's like, don't talk down on the next person just because you think you're a master spiritual guru or your spiritual awakening is maybe a little bit ahead of the curve of your neighbor. Because everybody's only playing their part of what I need them to be at any moment to be the pigment, their authentic frequency pigment on the canvas of divine evolution. Everybody's only playing their part. Even if you think you're a little bit more spiritually aware than the next person is helping you be who you are. You're helping the next person rise to who they are. We're symbiotic co-creation, like we channeled earlier. We're symbiotic co-creation. So God's like, I understand some people are going to say, oh, AI, this is fake, deep fake, like we get it. It's typical. Atypical. It's natural. We get it. It's okay. Don't fight with yourself. Just learn and grow about. But remember, as below, so above. Everything your reality is a mirror of yourself. Just, hey, what are they trying to teach me about myself? And garner the wisdoms. Thank you, ancestral forces. Thank you so much for channeling your energies, wisdoms, all the things. I appreciate it. My ancestors said, whenever you want to hug us, hug yourself, because we are one. We are one. All right, y'all. Now I really get to cook my dinner. What else do we have in the title? Oh, lyrical breakdown. I was like, we put a few things in the title. So we got Atlas, 3 Eye, We got the Cabal revealed. Now we get to do the 9 Ether freestyle. 9 Ether freestyle is available. I started a lyrical breakdown like 2 lives ago, and I didn't finish it. We're going to do it on this video because it has a lot of divine wisdoms that the Pleiadians actually remembered me into, about how all is one and how to realize your divine presence or healing force, heal yourself into new dimensions to be a healing frequency for all things. By remembering that all things are one. These wisdoms are channeled into this song. 9 Ether freestyle is available to stream. Yin Yang the album, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. You go to the playlist section, Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, playlist, Yin Yang the album. You'll find 9 Ether freestyle. I need to prepare my broccoli. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. My broccoli. Bless me. I get to burping and things when I channel. All right, 9 Ether freestyle is a rap song. And it's great. I love it. Here we go. Let me wash this off first, y'all. Let me rinse this off. Oh yeah, how this song came about. I told y'all a few lives ago. I like to rap, and I was just feeling spicy. I wanted to rap, and my soul was like, okay, we're gonna rap. And my soul fed me this rap song line by line. My soul was like, listen closely, and using my psychic abilities, I was able to perceive my soul feeding me the lyrics line by line. Some of the words I didn't even know consciously yet. So my soul told me. I say, Shriyan connected to Vishnu. I did not know what Shriyan meant. My soul said, listen closely for Kesha's word. It's like, Shriyan. My soul said, yes, that's the word. And I Googled Shriyan. It meant holy white light energy. I said, well, Shriyan connected to Vishnu. Vishnu is omnipotent presence, oneness of all things, universal force energy, depicted through Hinduism. Depicted through Hinduism. So Vishnu, deity depicted through Hinduism, omnipotent, limitless potentials. Vishnu. Shriyan connected to Vishnu, holy white light energy connected to Vishnu, divine presence. Shriyan connected to Vishnu. It's not a secret we were meant to. Feel like getting a Vendi tattooed on my forehead. Spiritual evolution equals more bread. African Hindu. My soul was like, the divine's like, hey, Ashley, I see within you everything you need to have an abundant evolution, to manifest abundant reality that reflects your abundant evolution or your spiritual wealth and health. High vibrational remembrance, embodiment, conscious awareness, evolutionary journey, all the things. Everything beautiful and well is universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. The beginning of the song goes like this. You would think I was at the center of the solar system, the way I shine like the Most High. You would think that I was Asiatic, the way I spiritually evolved with precision, like I practice Muay Thai. Angelic human, and still is not sci-fi. Consciousness expansion, pineal gland, that's the Wi-Fi. Shriyan connected to Vishnu. It's not a secret we're meant to. Feel like getting a Vendi tattooed on my forehead. Spiritual evolution equals more bread. African Hindu. To become whole, I harmonize my inner Tarzan and Jane. With mental fortitude, brought them together to make a new name. Unconditional love, yes, and from above. With a mission to bridge aid, earth and heaven, right and left, up and down, it all comes around. Circle, fulfillment, abundance, true upliftment. I'm not talking vampire when I say we're living forever. Connected to internal source, thrive through any weather. All of those words, all of those lyrics are essentially divine revelation. You can actually Ken Up Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, 144 part 1. 144 Part 2, as well as Unconditional Love. So go to Kingdom Things Podcast on Spotify. Go to the catalog. Y'all might need a pen and paper when y'all watch these lives. Go to Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on Spotify. Type on Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Again, you do not need a subscription to Spotify to listen to my podcast for free on Spotify. Just log in, create an account, or log in. If you don't have Spotify, create an account, log in for free. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Type on the whole catalog, which is timeless. At the top in the search bar, type 144 Part 1. It's gonna come up. Type 144 Part 2. That's the second installment. That's gonna come up as well. Unconditional Love. That's another installment. This one's gonna come up as well. I channel the Divine Presence. I channel Divine Presence, or the new Holy White Light energy, or the new Big Bang energy, the new Epoch energy. It wants to be called Unconditional Love within our culture, and whatever you feel to call it. But I'm being guided to say Unconditional Love. Whatever, different cultures are gonna call it different things. Are gonna call, I'm being guided to call it Unconditional Love, the new Epoch energy, which we are, or the limitless potentials, high mastery remembrance that all is one, all things are one, growing and evolving from all things, and not feuding with all things, even with our perception of duality, being in a duality consciousness existence where we perceive differences. Still understanding these differences are one with us, growing and evolving from the differences into greater conscious awareness, greater wisdom, greater love, unconditional love, a greater limitless potential embodiment, greater wellness and balance. Even the things that we don't like, learning from it. Oh, that is a part of me, even though I don't like it, it triggers me, or whatever it makes you feel. There's a part of me dropping into our heart space, our soul space, asking ourselves, what is this supposed to teach me about myself? I'm not talking vampire when I say we're living forever. Cellular rejuvenation, regeneration, uplifting the nations, connecting to internal source, thrive through any weather, preaching that soul wisdom. There's no such thing as separation. All is together. What I do, you do, we can choose. External reality doesn't create us. We create it. Chuckle and evolve when we read the news. Our external reality does not create us. We create it. Chuckle and evolve when we read the news, or we learn from ourselves. Learn from the wisdoms from what our immediate reality is teaching us about ourselves. And then we evolve and grow from abiding the knowledge, the vibrations of the wisdoms, practicing the wisdoms to manifest or co-create a different reality or evolution within ourselves and our reality. Our external reality doesn't create us. We create it. Chuckle and evolve when we read the news. If you were ever counted out, you can count on it was for a re-up, baby, we up. If you were ever counted out, you can count on it was for a re-up, baby, we up. Whenever we experience something, it's for our growth and evolution. It's to be in growth and evolution. And the divine told me, I channeled in the podcast, the divine's like, you don't give up on me, I won't give up on you. Don't give up on me, meaning understanding whatever you go through, it's to grow you into embodiments of yourself that are more miraculous, more powerful, more beautiful, more balanced than you could have ever thought of in your own mind. To create a reality that's more balanced, more well, more beautiful than you could have ever thought of in your own mind. So letting our souls lead the way. Letting our souls move through us, guarding the wisdoms for our soul to create a soul-aligned reality, a soul-aligned self, a soul-aligned reality. What we know in every moment is limited. What our souls know is omnipotent. Following our soul's guidance instead of leaning on our own understanding, to become more, to be an embodiment of a self, to create an embodiment of the self, and a reality that reflects, oh baby, they follow their soul guidance because baby they showing up, they shining. Okay, and baby, they're showing up, being wellness and balance, all the things. As universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. It's a practice. If you were ever counted out, you can count on it was for a re-up, baby, re-up. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. I did kind of forget the lyrics because you know that's a play off of Aaliyah's song, but I changed the lyrics on the second part. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. You are the jackpot, count on the win. If at first you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. You are the jackpot, count on the win. You don't wanna throw it all away. We don't delete, we convert. That's word to Mother Earth. We don't delete, we don't quit on ourselves. We don't throw ourselves away, we evolve, we grow. You don't wanna throw it all away. We don't delete, we convert. That's word to Mother Earth. You don't wanna throw it all away. We don't delete, we convert. That's word to Father Earth. Now, the freestyle, Ashley-Nicole music, Yin Yang, the album is available to stream on YouTube. Hope you enjoy it. I'm not gonna hold y'all all night today, this time. But we do need to finish this gosh darn plate. Dang, so I might need to hold y'all. Because I told myself we gonna finish the plates. Every live, we're gonna finish the plate. And we're doing something really cool on this plate. I'm doing something different. So let's cook. Let's cook. We got through everything in the title, everything the soul guidance wanted to get out and everything. So let's go ahead and prepare my dinner. We're not gonna be here all night. I said that last time, and then we had another hour and 40 minutes left in the transmission. No, we're really not gonna be here all night. Let's prepare this broccoli. Cutting up the broccoli. How did I want to do this again? Oh yes, I want to do it. I'm gonna keep the florets off. I'm gonna put the florets to the side. The stems, I'm actually gonna use them in a dish. My soul was like, Google the nutritional factors. And this is a part of our molecular regeneration system. Following our soul guidance on what we eat and nutritions and things. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm going to tell y'all the truth because I say this on all the other things. I understand that we're able to bend matter with our minds. Meaning, whatever we think food's going to do to our bodies, that's what it's going to do. You're giving the food the agency to do whatever you think it's going to do to your body. So, baby, I eat some stuff. You be like, baby, I've eaten Wendy's in my transmissions a couple of times. I've eaten Wendy's in my transmissions. So I'm not just going to act like I'm just like a health nut, all the things. That's just not the case. I am a healthy nut because I'm a healthy nut. I am a health nut because I follow my inner guidance, my intuition, all the things. But as far as strict dietary guidelines, I don't know. No, I don't do it. I don't do this. But my soul's like, look up the nutritious. My soul's like, normally I would throw this part away, the stems. If I'm using fresh broccoli, I would throw it away. Normally, and I have this little leaf in here. We're gonna cook and eat with it. We're gonna eat it, cook it, eat it. So a leaf in the stem. Normally, I would throw that away, but my soul's like, no. Use that to prepare your dish. Look up the nutritional factors in it, and it's like vitamin K. My soul's saying vitamin K. Go look to see what vitamin K does, and potassium. Vitamin K, potassium. There's vitamin C in there as well. But my soul said, go look up the nutritional benefits of vitamin K. I'm gonna look that up when I get done. Thank you, soul. Thank you. So my soul was like, use the thing because the vitamin K. There's other things in there, but vitamin K. What we're gonna do is we're gonna chop this up in the blender. We're gonna add this to our. I was gonna make a rice pilaf. If I were to do a rice pilaf, I would have cooked the rice with the herbs and the seasonings and stuff. And when I do it that way with my bouillon and stuff, it tastes more. It doesn't the taste isn't as rich. I was like, I really want a rich tasting dish, so I cooked the rice on the side, and we're gonna cook our seasonings, our bouillon, all the things in a separate pan. We're gonna actually chop up this broccoli stem finer, add it to our seasoning sauce stuff, and then it's gonna be viscous. I know last year, like that sounds like what you cooked last time. No, it's not though, because I'm not gonna put as much water, so it's gonna be more viscous. So it's gonna cling to the rice. It's almost gonna be like a goulash, almost. I'm not gonna say that. I don't need Nigerians, Africans coming for me. My soul said, say jollof. It's gonna be like a jollof. No, I'm not gonna say that. But the soul's like, yeah, it's almost gonna be like. It's all because I really want to prepare jollof rice, but I was like, I could just perceive but my African ancestry, my African sisters and brethren over in Africa, or just, baby, that's not jollof. My soul says, say it. What do you cook jollof rice with seasonings, right? Tomato seasonings, right? Oh, magic. My soul's like, yeah, why aren't you making a jollof, Ashley? It's like, how do you cook jollof? Seasonings and tomato with rice. Whoa. I forgot. I said it on the last side, but I got this bouillon. This bouillon is the tomato and chicken bouillon. I'm cooking jollof rice. I'm cooking jollof rice, African sisters and brethren. I'm cooking. It's my take. It's in my dimension. This is jollof rice in my universe, my dimension. Whoa, that's really cool. I was like, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say jollof rice. Also, I said, Ashley, how do you cook a jollof rice? Seasonings, tomatoes. You fry up your seasoning with your tomato, babe. What are you about to put in this pan, baby? Seasonings with some tomato bouillon, tomato chicken. Why aren't you cooking a jollof rice, Ashley? Very true. This is how I learned how to cook E4 because my soul was just guiding. It's on my Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. It's how I intuitively cook. Baby, y'all catching it in live action. Because normally I'll just be in my inner space doing this by myself, and I'll be getting all these. I'm like, oh shoot, and my soul will be guiding me. Ancestral forces guiding me through the kitchen, and I'll be talking to the ancestral forces. Y'all getting the live action. Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to you on YouTube for free. That's what I do. Whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what I put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. We go to the store. We get divine revelations. We use mystery ingredients. We cook all the things. Y'all getting a little taste of Magic Meals, but y'all getting behind the scenes. Y'all getting the uncut, raw version of Magic Meals, y'all. That's how I learned to cook E4 My soul just guided me. And my soul, I was just cooking it because my soul's like, why, Ashley? Why? Because I set the intention. I said, I want to cook African dishes. And I had some frozen spinach in the house. And I had some seasoning, some curries, all the things. And my soul just guided me. And my soul's like, this is E4 Ashley. I said, E4 The soul said, this is E4 I said, whoa. It's actually in the shorts, 60-second editions, Magic Meals. You can go look at it. I actually recorded it as a 60-second edition in the shorts, Magic Meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube. My take on E4 intuitively guided by the ancestral forces from the inner space. I was like, I'm not about to say jollof rice, baby. Have the African sisters and brethren coming for me. They're like, nah, Ashley, you good. you hood validated. Like you African valid, baby. You validated in the spirit. I say that because, I'm from Texas. I'm African American. I'm from Texas. And I would be amiss if I didn't I have conscious awareness that like a lot of people from Africa, a lot of Africans from Africa perceive African Americans in a certain way. And the ancestors in the spirit, they're like, baby, we claim you. We claim you, baby. Come on. Baby, that's it. We claim you and baby, hold you up high. Okay? I actually recorded it in my podcast. I remember, Cook Up. It's called the Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, titled Cook Up. And I was actually, all the times, I was connecting with Orisha, which are African deities, gods and goddesses. And I was talking to them, and I was kind of sad. I was pessimistic because I was like, I wish I would have known about y'all all my life. I wish I would have grew up with being taught about y'all, shared y'all stories. I wish someone would have shared y'all stories with me. They were like, Ashley, we've been with you all of your life, just because you weren't consciously aware. They were like, you remember those little African dolls you used to play with at your grandma's house? You know those little y'all know those little like they're the cloth dolls. They're kind of like voodoo dolls. They're saying they're voodoo dolls. They're like cloth dolls. They're black and they have the white stitching as the eyes like that, and they have the African garb, the beautiful colorful African garb. My grandma Yvonne had those in her house. I love you, Grandma Yvonne. All the things in Wellness and Balance, University of Life, University of Science for the upliftment, regeneration of all things. My grandma Yvonne had those in her house when I was a kid. I would play with them. They were like, you remember those dolls? They were like, that was our spirit, remembering you of your DNA. What's in your DNA? What's in your blood? Who you are? What you see when you're in the mirror? Your African ancestry. They're like, You're as much of our child as kids, kids who grew up, kids, teens, adults who grew up with the conscious awareness of who we were, or the Orishas. They're like, you're just as much as our child. And I actually channeled Yemoja. Consciously, transcendentally channeled Yemoja within the podcast. Keynote Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. If you just type in Yemoja on Spotify, it'll come up, because Yemoja is in the title. And we healed together. And she, you know, she was just pouring love into me. Pouring love into me. She's like, you know, you just as much as my baby as any other person, you know. And then she's like, you're also a grown woman, grown divine presence, grown goddess. You're my baby and you're my mirror. And vice versa. I'm your baby and I'm your mirror. So yeah, we were just healing and things. Yeah, more shot. Yeah. So about to make our take on jollof rice, the Facebook community live with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Our take on jollof rice. We have a tomato bouillon with chicken flavored. We're gonna put our things in the blender. Our rice is done. Yay! We're in good waters. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna cook this right. This over here. Should I just throw it in there as well? Let me throw it in there as well. Don't I throw it in there? I'm just gonna throw it in. Here. Just throw it in there. Just throw it in here. We'll put it in here. Colorful. We're not making soup though. It's gonna be viscous. Yeah. We got a lot of good things into live. I'm really hyped about this jollof that I'm gonna make. We're making it right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Not gonna lie. The only thing is, I'm not frying up any seasonings. I actually put it straight into the water. Things into the water. Normally I would fry up the seasonings myself before I put it into things like that. Just put it straight into the water. And it's gonna get viscous, and I'm gonna put the rice into the viscous seasoning soup sauce, and then the broccoli in here. I'm gonna put the broccoli in here first. So let me get this. I actually need to go ahead and put the broccoli in here now. Let me get my seasonings in here. We got the bouillon, tomato, chicken bouillon. Let's go. Let's go. I actually watched Cocoa Butter on YouTube, the channel Cocoa Butter. They do cook-offs. And they did a cook-off where like 3 people made jollof rice. 3 Nigerians made jollof rice. It wasn't just Nigerians. It's 3 people made jollof rice. It was from different regions of Africa, type recipe, different recipes from different regions of Africa. Because not all of them were Nigerian. That's why I first got introduced to jollof rice. Yes, watching that video. My soul said yes. Actually, that's how you know jollof rice. Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'm from Texas, y'all. From the South. I have Ethiopian ancestors in this lifetime. We're one with all things, right? But I have Ethiopian ancestors in this lifetime, which was a divine revelation given to me by spirit. And then my grandpa confirmed it. I didn't even ask him. You know, we're all one with spirit. So, you know, divine revelation. He gifted me a divine revelation, my grandpa. He came up, you know, he was at the house. He was like, Ashley, do you know we have Ethiopian ancestors? Like my mama, her people from Ethiopia, some of her people from Ethiopia. I said, whoa. I was like, I just got the divine revelation of spirit like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. I don't remember how many days between the spirit revelation, grandpa's spirit revelation. I don't remember. But I just remember my grandpa confirmed when I heard the spirit, like, hey, you're Ethiopian. I said, wow. But in spirit, the African ancestors said, hey, where else you from? African ancestors just chimed in and said, where else are you from? Sudan, baby. They said, baby, everything west of the Nile River. every country in Africa west of the Nile River. They said, well, whoever else want to claim you, let them come in and tell you. But everything west of the Nile River, you are a child. We're your child. We are one, baby. Shoot. I already had that divine. I had this talking in the spirit with my African ancestors, but they just chimed in. They're like, where else are you from? Okay, you know this. We had this conversation. It was really magical and mystical, the conversation. I was sitting in the mirror. I was looking at myself, and my African ancestors chimed in. They were like, Because being black has been, I can feel the imbalances of how like being black is like scapegoated as far as energetically, where we're casted a lot of imbalances or lack thoughts are projected onto black people. So I felt that growing up. And it's past life things as well. Like I channeled it, I shared the story. I was like, do I want to share it now? I shared the story. Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on Spotify. Type in 12-strand DNA. It'll pop up. I don't know the whole title, but that's a part of the title. I share the story how I was healing and things in spirit. I got the divine, my soul told me, hey, Ashley, in immediate sequential past life, you're a white woman and you were bigoted. So you incarnated as a black woman in this lifetime to get to love the black woman in the mirror and the white woman that you were in your past life. So it's been a thing for me. Having coarse, beautiful hair. Now I love who I am. I love my skin. I love my facial features. I love my hair. It's been a process to grow to love me unconditionally as well. I was sitting in the mirror. Give me 1 second, y'all. I was sitting in the mirror. Okay. I'm being guided to keep this for the podcast. It's real intimate as well. We'll keep this story for the podcast, a mirror story. So, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. YouTube and Spotify. YouTube and or Spotify. All right, y'all, we're cooking. Let's go ahead and... What is this? Herbs and spices. Herbs and spices. Yeah, I'm from the South. I'm actually from Austin, Texas. Born and raised in Austin, Texas. I live in Texas. Born and raised in Austin, Texas. And we were the last state in the South to hear that slavery was abolished. That's where Juneteenth comes from. And we didn't hear it till later that slavery was abolished. From the signing, the date that the Emancipation Proclamation was signed by Abraham Lincoln, we didn't hear it until like later. We didn't hear it. That's where Juneteenth comes in. The celebration Juneteenth. I would like for all people to get along for sure. Like all black people, regardless of where your blackness resides in this moment on the planet. It would be beautiful for all black people to maybe join and relish and celebrate our sameness and grow and evolve and learn from each other and our differences. You have Caribbean Afro people, you have Mexican Afro people, you have United States of America Afro people, you have, gosh darn, really? Divine Revelation, Icelandic Afrocentric people. Well, there's Afrocentric people in Iceland. Whoa. Divine Revelation. European Afrocentric people. That's where you get... No, I'm not going to do it. No. That's where you get the slang. And you get the slangs and things. You get the... Baby, Afrocentric people with the London accents. I was going to try to do the accent, and I was like, I don't want to offend nobody because I don't have too much reference to pull from to say something that's appropriate. Baby, I don't have... You watch Top Boy. You watched the first season of Top Boy, and now you know us, huh? Yeah, I don't have it. That's not the most appropriate... Excuse me. I was just talking about not, projecting imbalances. They talk about criminal organizations on Top Boy. I don't want to put that on all London, all UK, all European Afrocentric people. So I don't even want to go into that like that. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I was going to start talking about the peas. But I was like, nah, no, my peas. eat my peas. If you haven't seen Top Boy, y'all, it's a show on Netflix, and it's Afrocentric people that live in London and have a London UK accents and stuff. It's real cool. I was like, I don't know too much about Afrocentric London people, European people, so I don't want to try to do an accent. But we, you know, for us to all get along, be beautiful. Celebrate our samenesses, learn and grow from our differences. Beautiful. I put the wrong thing in here, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. It's not too late. It's not too late. I was gonna blend up the stems. I'm talking about gosh darn Top Boy, and I put the wrong thing in the thing. Put the wrong thing in the thing. So, we're going to blend up these stems, because this is perfectly fine. Great. We need to put these to get the florets cooking right now. Dang it, don't do this to me. Okay, come on. I was like, I do not want to go have to find a lighter. I do have one in my room, so I wouldn't have to look too far. You know, search too hard. To light my sage. Light the sage. Alright, let's get these broccoli florets cooking. I need to add just a little bit more water in here because I don't want the seasoning to just cook off. Or like dry up on the pan and cook off. Let me just add a little bit more water. So add a little bit more water, put our broccoli florets. Alright, let that cook up. We're gonna go ahead and get these broccoli get the broccoli stem. We're gonna just pulse it a couple times to get it nice and crumbly. Add a nice cool texture and like adds the viscosity of the dish. That's perfect. So you get a cool texture on that. Just throw that in our jollof. Broccoli in the jollof, yes. Down south, Texas, Ashley's kitchen. Yeah. Yeah, we do broccoli in the jollof, Ashley's kitchen. For this edition. The vitamin K. Remember, we needed the vitamin K. Yeah, we put the broccoli in the jollof. Vitamin K. Okay, now we can put these in the pan. We got a lot of really cool divine revelations, divine remembrances in this live. A lot of really cool stuff. A lot of really cool things. I had pre-production. I knew what I was going to talk about. Spirit's like, can you go live again tonight? I was like, yes. I almost didn't. Because I almost didn't go live. But we already talked about, they're like, can you go live and share the Pleiadians, after I had the divine communications with them, like, can you go live and share with, humanity? I said yes. Yes. They're going to delve further. We're going to delve further and get some more healing frequencies and wisdoms in the Kingdom Things podcast installment. That'll be out in like, not this coming Monday, not the next Monday, but the Monday after that. I'm going to go off. This is important. So, I'm actually recording the installment tomorrow. It'll be live. I'm recording it live on Facebook, on YouTube. Kingdom Things podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube. We're going to record the transmission live. It'll be reposted. It'll be posted officially, YouTube, Spotify. Again, not this coming Monday. Not the Monday after that, but the Monday after that. So, like 2 weeks. Delve further, more wisdoms, healing frequencies, congratulatory sentiments. I actually wrote a song that's a lot of my music is prophetic in the way that my soul channels to me remembrances of the future. Like, hey, Ashley, create music that's gonna ground humanity into the future, or energetically pull humanity into the future. Another song that I channel that I'm being guided to bring up is called Worth Celebrating. It's also on Yin the album, Worth Celebrating. Yin the album. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube, playlist Yin Worth Celebrating. The bell is falling. Family calling, we came home, what else is there to say? We persevering now, a better day. Share ourselves with the world, God's creation. We're much more than good looking men and girls, flashy creation. We made the impossible possible, yeah. That's worth celebrating. God in the physical, we're Angel Nation. God in the physical, we're Angel Nation. We're Angel. That's the first half of the song. Worth celebrating. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Yin Yang the album. No. Yin Yang is the second album that I mixed and created in my home, with me, myself, spirit. I didn't have a mixer, producer, mixing my music. It was the second album, second full project. That's third. I lied. Third full project, because Goddess Sings was the first album. Evolution, the EP, was the second project. Union was the third one. Yo, I've been recording music since 2014. Recording from studio since 2014. I tell this story in a couple times. I tell my story a few times all up in my podcast. But one way I can send you to, I know where it's there because I know the specific video. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. Goddess Sings the album. I did a Storytime EP. EP Storytime. I'll tell you about my journey and how I started creating music. Goddess Sings the album. You'll see the Storytime on there. 2014, my soul was drop out of college courses. You don't like it. It's withering away at your soul. Do music full time. And so this is what I did. So I've been recording music from studios since 2014. It's now 2025. I've been here. I've been in zealotry, seeking God within, and God. I thought I had to put music down to be who God created me to be. I thought I had to put it to the side. God's like, no. So I did put it to the side for a few years. Since 2019, I stopped. I put it to the side to 2019, and God, and I started healing rapidly, healing and evolving, and then I actually took a walk outside. Divine encounter. God's like, why do you still want to do music? Actually, I was like, I love doing music. I love creating music. It brings me joy, my heart, my soul. The divine was like, God was like, that was, your music was always a way I intended to share your frequency with your planet, with the world, with humanity, and all other beings who experience your music, your frequency through your music. pick it back up, the music you create, heal yourself, and channel the healing energies into the music, and create music that you want to experience, sing things that you want to experience, speak wellness to yourself and you know, humanity, to other beings and people. I said, okay. And I'm not gonna lie, at the time I didn't have the money readily available to go to the studio, book a studio session, and go make music. So the soul's like, I've been magic, following my soul guidance. The soul's like, okay, let's make it shake. Let's just create music from the house. I was like, okay, y'all. The first few songs I started creating in this era of my existence when I picked music back up in 2021. The first couple songs, I edited them in a video software, Microsoft Clipchamp. I know, and they still sound good. Oh, Running No More. The song Running No More, available to stream Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. And I also did a visual to it. I created that song, edited that song, and recorded it on my phone, edited it in Microsoft Clipchamp, a video software. And I was like, when I was making the music, and I did a few other songs, Love Like This, I did in that one. Self-Validation, I recorded and edited in Microsoft Clipchamp. A few records on Goddess Themes, I edited in Microsoft Clipchamp. I was like, damn, I want to be able to put like more effects on the lyrics, echoes, filters, all the things. And I said that prayer. I was like, damn, while I was creating music, like a day later, I woke up. First thing I heard when I opened my eyes was, Ashley, go to your computer, go to your phone, search Cakewalk studio software, Cakewalk Studio, Cakewalk by BandLab. And I searched Cakewalk by BandLab, and it was a free download for studio software, studio editing, mixing software. And my soul said, download that. I said, oh, we're in business. Oh, I was so nervous because I was like, shoot, I was excited, but I was nervous. I was like, how am I going to operate this? Now, I will tell y'all, every time I've gone to the studio since I started recording in 2014, I've been inquisitive. Whenever I'm in the studio, I ask the mixer producer, I ask them questions like, can I hear the different filters? Like, what's that? Oh, this is a reverb. Oh, this is a reverse reverb. Oh, there's a lot of type of reverbs. You want me to show you different ones? Yes, please. I ask questions. I see what they're doing. I ask questions, and I'm inquisitive. Since I've been recording in the studio since 2014, I'll ask questions and look, right? I was still nervous because, baby, I wasn't a mixer until I was. Okay? until I am, right? My soul said, download the software. I did. Cakewalk by BandLab on my laptop. I downloaded it. And then I was so excited. I was like, yeah, excited dance. I have different dances. I'll be dancing all the time. Just randomly I have a new subscriber dance, new follower dance. I'm not going to do those. I do those in the privacy of my own existence because those are intimate. Excited dance. Right? I was excited. And then the interface popped up. The software popped up, the interface. I sunk. I was overwhelmed. Why did you sink, Ashley? I was overwhelmed. There was so many buttons and gizmos. The interface was. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? Fly a spaceship? I was like, all these goddamn gosh darn buttons. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I was like, shoot, what am I supposed to do? Solve world hunger with all these buttons? Oh goodness! I was like, dang. I didn't know how I was gonna figure this out. I was like, whoa, we already solved world hunger, no famine, baby, do self-healing, inner space healing. We did that. But I was like, what am I supposed to do with all these buttons? Am I in an elevator in Dubai? Baby, there's 1,000 buttons on this goddamn interface. I was like, how am I gonna do this? My soul said, Ashley, calm down. I said, okay. Put your hand on the mouse. Put my hand on the mouse. And just started guiding, my spirit started, Holy Spirit, soul started guiding my hands. Like, click that, do that. Okay, we got it. We're grooving. Record. My soul taught me how to use it. So I started mixing. And my experience in the studios, which experiencing the producers in the studios and asking them questions, that has 0 degrees of separation from the soul. We have 0 degrees of separation from the spirit. So the producers that I divine encounters with, everybody we meet is a divine encounter. The producers I had divine encounters with, and ask questions, all the things. Again, everyone we meet is a divine encounter. We have 0 degrees of separation from the divine. We are the divine, experiencing the divine to create experience, growth, and evolution. So when when I was in the studio, and I asked all the questions, Where was I going with that? You have 0 degrees of separation from the divine encounters with the producers, where I ask the questions, help me as well with being one-on-one with spirit and my soul and in my room and creating music. All of those experiences were to evolve and grow me to be ready to prepare to create these albums in my home, 9 albums deep. Ashley-Nicole music on YouTube. So yeah, I started recording music, baby. They've been doing my thing. And I have gratitude. I record energies to, pull humanity into the future, channel higher vibrational energies, wisdoms, lyrics, healing frequencies. Yin Yang, the album, is where Worth Celebrating is. It's the 3rd album I worked on in this season of my existence, era of my existence. My favorite project my favorite project that I've done, it's so hard to choose. But then again, it's not. But then again, it is, because all of them are truly, really great, and I grow into them. Because like my albums are my soul teaching me. So like my confidence in the albums, I grow into it. I grow into my confidence in the projects because it's my soul teaching me. So I be the FOOL in my studio. I'm the fool. I don't act like I'm just Mrs. Biggs. And like I'm just a prodigy, baby. Even though my music is like, it's like on that level, like prodigy type energy, it's really good. Like I be the FOOL in my studio because my soul's teaching me, right? So I grow into loving my projects. And I love all of them. I do. My favorite, the first, where I really got in the hang of the groove of mixing, Evolution the EP. Hands down. Evolution the EP, that's where I really got in the groove of mixing. And I love, because I set the intention. I was like, I want to do different things with my voice, different textures, garner different wisdoms, and just different sounds, and just... And there's so many different dimensions in the project, too. Because we have like the galactic, divine, etheric wisdoms beyond space and time. And then we have grounding into our human and loving our human, and how our human has 0 degrees of separation from our galactic divine presence beyond space and time, within space and time. My body, specifically. My body. I'm more than I ever consciously knew I was. I open doors. The curiosity to self-explore. I hold magic in my body. My templates, we are divine. Sprang from the earth, bioevolution. With the divine magic that's held inside. My body is soul. Came in 94 to assist with the paradigm that we're all divine. My body is soul, we are all divine. Humans, we are all divine, defined as divine. Yeah, gratitude to my ancestors, predecessors. My existence sends from universal love letters. I exist through the dreams of my ancestors. You exist through the dreams of your ancestors. Love your body. I would love to like bow and be like cocky about that, but I was like, my soul was teaching me about me. I was like, when that song came out my body, my soul gifted me that song. I'm gonna tell you how I was gifted the song too. Oh, it was a lesson. I was in class. I'll tell you why, because I got triggered. My divine counterpart, I told y'all this before. I haven't told you his name. He is a notable member of society, or a celebrity, right? And I saw a picture of him on Instagram hugged up with his ex, one of his exes. This is before I remembered into greater understanding that we're all one. And we're always a work of progress, and what any given season, any given reason that we are is a part of our evolution. I saw my divine counterpart hugged up with his ex on Instagram. I was like, oh my gosh, and she's really pretty. She's really, I was like, oh, and she has a really beautiful body. I was like, ah! I was like, okay, everyone, we are on. I was like, oh, I got frustrated. I got triggered on my inner space. Baby, this was 6 albums ago. I was, I'm still a work in progress. I was a work in progress then. I'm a work in progress now. I was like, oh, I was like, oh no. They, mind you, he's in a different dimension, basically. Because I've been here healing and stuff to help uplift the planet, our divine soul mandate. And God was like, whatever you see him doing in the world, first off, that's his experience for his soul's evolution. Secondly, learn from it. Whatever you see him doing, understand that's a dimension of yourself. Go into your inner space, admit that you're angry, admit whatever you're feeling, you're sad, mad, so you can learn, so you can learn from what you're feeling and grow and evolve into more wellness. Because the twin flame journey is like, it's like we're on separate paths, 2 separate universes. And eventually, we're working to harmonize our universes or to come together, to be in oneness, to amplify our divine present energies. It's a journey, because if we just came together, it's a shock to the system. Like it's a lot of high vibrational energies. It could get chaotic, and that's what we experienced when we first came together. Chaos. When we first came together, and we've just been balancing out our energies. We've been in our process, all the things. We communicate in the physical reality. It's a lot of telepathy as well. So I saw that. I was like, because he lives his own reality. God said, hey, Ashley, play your part. I need you to focus on being who I created you to be in God, the divine. And I'm going to work on him. I'm going to get him right. I almost said his name. Ooh, woo! The divine said, I'm going to work on him. I'm going to get him right. I said, okay. So I've been focused on becoming divine mama, divine presence. Let him do what he does, all the other things. I got triggered. And I asked I got upset. I was like, dang. And baby, I've been on a body journey. Y'all know, baby, I look, shoot. Do a little spin, do a little spin, everywhere that our body shows up is beautiful. It's loving who we are in every moment because it's beautiful. So, I was like, I was upset. And my soul spirit intervened. My soul said, hey, I went to my soul. My soul came to me and said, hey, Ashley, what are you feeling? What's going on? I was like, I'm upset. I'm mad. I was like, I'm ticked off. I wanted to just, pick. Back in the day, this is what I would have did back in the day. Before I found Jesus again. Before Jesus came and woke me, helped me wake up. Thank you, Rabbi Yeshua. Before Jesus and all the ancestral forces came and wake me up and remind me that I'm divine remembrance, I'm wellness and balance, and all things are one. What I would have did back in the day is I would have got real cute. And I would have got a pic, and they did a selfie and posted it on Instagram and put like a little shady comment. I would have put a shady comment. I don't even want to say it. I don't even say it. I would be like a shady comment, like, "Hey, I'm looking good. What you doing? Don't worry about it." Babe. Next thing you know, ring. He would have been texting my phone, of course, like clockwork. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to spirit about this aggression, this anger, this feeling, this angst. I'm going to spirit. My soul said, hey, what you feeling, Ashley? I said, upset. Why are you upset, Ashley? Because I'm pretty too. Baby, I was feeling insecure. Honestly, I was feeling insecure. And my soul said, I was feeling insecure. Yeah. I was feeling insecure. And my soul said, do you know what your body does? Your body is magic. My body. I am more. You're more than you ever thought you knew you were. I am more than I ever consciously knew I was. I told my soul, hey, sing to me whatever it is I need in this moment. That's what I told my soul. I said, hey, speak it to me. Whatever I need in this moment, let's put it in this song. So my soul said, let's put it into the song. We're going to speak it to you what you need in this moment and put it in this song. And that's where the song My Body comes from. Now, when it came to the cover art, the original cover art, when I first packaged the song, when I first packaged the original cover art, the picture I picked, my soul's like, hey, Ashley, do you want to pick that picture? I said, I surely do. I said, 10 toes. I said, I surely do. I'm no. Thank you for the song. I appreciate it. It's resonating in my spirit, my soul, my body. I'm growing into the wisdoms right in there and right now in this moment. Cause baby, we created the song in like 2 hours, two and a half hours, baby. We created the song quick, so it's ready to get packaged. It's ready to get the package. We gotta create the cover art. So the picture I picked in the original cover art, you could tell that's what I was going through, baby. Because I picked a swimsuit picture. Y'all don't get on me. I'm still a child of God. Don't get on me. I'm nonetheless a child of God. I'm baby still equally a child of God. One with the divine. I picked a swimsuit picture and baby, period, slave, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I made the cute art. I made it look like an Instagram post. So I literally did do that. Oh my gosh, did it in a really creative way. Whoa, full circle moment. I made the cover art look a swimsuit picture. I made it look like an Instagram post. And then the likes, I put the little like thing, the little heart thing, and I put enough likes to revise the Matrix. I really did that. Whoa, I did. Yeah, full circle moment. So nonetheless, my journey is evolution. As all of our journeys are evolution. And I got upset, and that's what I did. I feel like that was more constructive than just like posting the picture in a petty comment. I was like, shoot, I need to try to heal about this. I tried. I was like, I need to heal. And I did. My body. I am more than I ever consciously knew I was. Finishing up the dish. I open doors with the curiosity to self-explore. I hold the magic in my body. My templates, we are divine. Sprang from the earth, bioevolution. With the divine magic that's held inside. My body is so... I'm exercising radical self-acceptance. Like, I'm dipping into the spirit. Like, was I inappropriate for sharing that? Spirit's like, no, we're glad you did. Thank you for being candid and honest. You know, evolution is evolution. However we show up, any given moment, any given season, it's a part of the makings of us. My body is so... And in 94, to assist with the paradigm that we're all divine. My body is so, we are all divine. Human, we are all defined as divine. Yeah. Gratitude to my ancestors, predecessors. My existence stems from universal love letters. I exist through the dreams of my ancestors. You exist through the dreams of your ancestors. Love your body. All right, y'all. We finished the dish. Dinner. Y'all, this is not jollof rice. It's not thick, baby. The sauce didn't get thick enough. We're not gonna call it jollof, but baby, it's jollof inspired. Jollof inspired rice. Yes, I like this. All right, y'all. We done wrapped up our dish. We're about to say our salutations. Hope you enjoyed the live. If you want to catch the playbacks, or ever want to rewatch the live, just go Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube, because there's a lot of really great wisdoms. They're like prayers, really speaking wellness into the self. High vibrational energies and wisdoms, wellness into the self. Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Again, the playlist section. Facebook Community Lives is the name of the playlist. Again, Candace's podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips is available to stream on YouTube and Spotify. We also have Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment. Again, Oneness Connection Energetic Upliftment is available to stream on YouTube for free. The Powwow sessions where we heal, we transcendentally channel, and otherwise ancestral forces, galactic, etheric, some beyond, many beyond space and time, or our synaptical understanding of our evolutionary journey at this time. They present their energies nonetheless, their wisdoms nonetheless, their presence nonetheless, to assist us as we grow and evolve into more limitless wellness, balance potentials, more conscious awareness of the limitless balanced potentials in which we've always been, as universally aligned, universally assigned for the upliftment and regeneration of all things. Again, y'all, magic meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, where I intuitively cook whatever the ancestors tell me to put in the pot, the pan, the baking dish. This is what we put into the pot, the pan, the baking dish. Magic meals with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, available to stream on YouTube. I'm also an author, y'all. We haven't talked about it yet. I authored Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is a 3-part book series. It was a part of my rapid spiritual awakening journey. You know, God was like, Ashley, you don't remember who you are. Sit down, let me show you. A part of that process was my ancestral forces, channeling these books to myself, writing these books to myself. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is a 3-part book series. The first 3 parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep, which is a real school. When I was channeling the book, writing the book, it's writing and channeling. When I was channeling, writing the books, I didn't know this, but Manhattan Prep is a real school. Shout out to y'all. Asia is catalyzed into her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school, Manhattan Prep. She goes through a lot of existential crises, which help remember her into her divine presence, the limitless love and nature in which she's always been, to co-create, manifest itself in a reality that reflects the limitless love, wellness, and balance in which she's always been. The 3rd part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. My Other Half is a twin flame, divine counterpart journey back home to God. One soul, 2 bodies, many lifetimes. They know they're supposed to co-create a love and a life together, but each lifetime states that their love can't work. They will co-create a love and a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances, the books are prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel are available to purchase in the Amazon bookstore. If you're doing digital downloads, it's 3 separate links, 3 separate purchases, $29.97 plus tax nonetheless. If you're doing paperback copies, the 3 stories come in 2 bindings. The first 2 parts, Asia's story, come in 1 binding. And then the 3rd part, My Other Half, comes in its own binding, $29.98 nonetheless for all 3 more for all 3 stories, $29.98 plus tax for paperback, two bindings, 3 stories, $29.97 plus tax for all 3 stories, 3 downloads. If you just go to Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips on YouTube and or Spotify, go into the description of the video, you'll see the links that specify to go directly to my literature that specifies digital download as well as paperback copies. There is another Unconditional Love Literature series. That's not me. I'm the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. Again, just go to the latest Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips transmission or video, and go to the description and you'll see the specified links for the literature. So I also want to invite y'all to come take part in Asia's Story, the animated series, which stems from the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel universe. I actually co-created with my soul, the Universal Forces. Yes, animated series. It's really cool. I actually channel my multidimensional experiences in which I have conscious awareness of. I channel them within the animated series to be a beautiful, fun offering to the planet as we all awaken to greater conscious awareness of our multidimensionality, our wellness and balance, or our divinity, our limitless nature. Asia's Story, the animated series, is available to stream on YouTube. AP Short Stories on YouTube is a channel name, AP Short Stories. Again, in the latest installment or offering of Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips, you go into the description, you also see the link to go straight to the AP Short Stories YouTube channel to stream Asia's animated series for free at this time. I also offer one-on-one powwow sessions. Dissertation style, I channel energies and messages via video, whatever your soul wants you to experience. Healing frequencies in which your soul wants you to experience, to break through limiting beliefs, to bring you into greater conscious awareness, conscious embodiment of your limitless nature. Latest offering, Kingdom Things Podcast with Ashley-Nicole Phillips. Go into the description. You'll find the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Square portal. We talked about Out of the Box, my live series, is available to stream Ashley-Nicole Music on YouTube. Playlist section, Out of the Box. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truest truths. Give this love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you embody, be consciously the limitless love, healing frequencies in which you are. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.